You know who I am, you know what I do, and you know who I do it for, and it's most certainly for you patients out there. Welcome to The Diagnosis, where I, your host, Dr. Rectangle, do not do what I do in the checkup and talk about gaming news and gaming entertainment. I talk about any subject I want that can course through these minds. And today's subject that is in the crosshairs will be none other than Patreon. Now, no, this is not the video where I put on a stupid smile, get on my arm like this, and go, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me subsidize my content and continue to give you the LOLs, meet me over on Patreon and I will continue to subsidize your quantity with my quality. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the more money you give me, the better my videos get. And that's not what this channel is ever going to be. So let us not even go there. Let's not even try to dictate that is going to be the pace of this video. You see, back on my old channel, before people tried to false flag me, tried to copyright strike my video to copyrights they didn't own, where people pretended to be Fox News, Cartoon Network, etc., even though Cartoon Network has nothing to do with Destiny gameplay. I don't even know what that started from. But regardless, I used to run a series called Patrol on Patreon, which is basically a play on the title of an anime called Attack on Titan, where I would be the Titan, the tyrannical overlord that would come into people's Patreons and be like, this is scamming fans, basically, and run down a review of sorts of people's Patreons to show you how ridiculous a lot of the people who have them were being. For example, there's a person out there who plays on Dueling Network, or YGO Pro. Now, these are two Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulators where you have access to all cards at the start. There's no pay, there's no way to pay, there's no way to give money, there's no reason to buy. All you have to do is upload the video once you record it with whatever screen grabbing program that you may have. And in his milestone section of his Patreon, he was like, dog food is really expensive, and I would really like it if you guys would pay for my dog food so I wouldn't have to buy the dog food for my dog because the dog is very expensive, and it will not upgrade or affect the quality of your videos. I just don't want to pay for dog food anymore. I'm just as flabbergasted and baffled as you. Then you'll have other people come out with this amazing perk. For $50 a month, which means $50 per month, which is more than Netflix. It's more than YouTube Red, which is a stupid concept in and of itself. It's more than Hulu, all combined together. Hell, that's more than people's internet bills. $50 a month. And you know what the perk they'd give you is? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you get to be on Skype with me and everyone else who donated at this amount in a Skype call with me for an hour. No? You don't want to be with me for an hour for $50? So I'm charging you almost $1 a minute? No? That doesn't sound cool to you guys? No? And, I understand fans will, quote unquote, eat this stuff up. But at the end of the day, you got to take a deep look at what some of these people are trying to shuffle out to you. And I thought about bringing the series back, but there seems to be a series of tropes that I keep running into, and it makes every video almost the same. It gets kind of ridiculous at a certain point. So we're going to talk about a few of those tropes right now. So you'll have people who will actually get more money for their channel, but then make their channel worse. Now you may be wondering, how do they make their channel worse by getting more money? For example, if I were to make a Patreon, this is exactly what you shouldn't do. Let's say I make 5 videos a week. I don't, but let's just say I make 5 videos a week. And then I put in there Patreon exclusive content, which means people who give me money will get certain exclusive content. Now, normally that would mean, okay, I will make my normal video schedule and nothing will change because it's supposed to, quote unquote, help my channel grow. It's supposed to make everybody happy. So I will make those 5 videos as I've always have, but then I'll make another couple videos every other week or here twice a week or something like that to keep the Patreon exclusive content goers happy. But that's not what they do. They'll be like, okay, well, the 5 videos that I was normally making is now going to be 3. So if you're not paying me, you're missing out because those extra 2 videos go to the people who are paying me money. They haven't changed anything about their channel. They've just made it worse for everyone who's not giving them money, which is not really what Patreon's supposed to be for. Normally, Patreon is supposed to do the opposite effect, where you circumvent these problems by making your channel better for all who watch it. Perks are supposed to be perks, not taking from the poor, figuratively, and giving to the rich, the opposite of Robin Hood. That's not what you're really supposed to be doing. Now, I understand people are going to do that anyway. Some people go, how are you going to tell people what to do with their money? And I don't care if that's what you do. If that's what you want to do and it works for you, then by all means, continue to do it. But when we sit there and say that's a crock of shit and you know it, don't try to defend it because you can't. You literally took content from people that were already getting your content, and then you gave it to people who gave you money at the expense of those people who have been there for a while. And the funny thing about this is you expect your fans to go the extra mile for you, but you've yet to go the extra mile. You've literally just said, I'm going to do the same thing I'm always doing, just that I'm going to go less of the distance. Not extra mile, less of the distance for these guys, and go the exact same distance for these guys. It's not really, quote unquote, a good work to cash money ratio, as you can all tell for yourselves. Another one that I like to walk into is on the milestone section, where it's supposed to be when my channel reaches this much money per month donated by you fans, I can now do extra things such as, more time allotted to this, or more episodes of this, or maybe I get to do new series and craft different types of videos that I was not able to do so for. I didn't have the funds to go to certain areas, things of that nature. It's supposed to allow your quote unquote ideas to grow, expand, your channel outreach to grow, expand, move forward, and actually, reward the people that have invested in you to get better, to actually get better. But that's not what we see in the milestone section a lot of time. A lot of times we see, ladies and gentlemen, I would like this to be my full-time job. Which some people will say, full-time, well, what exactly counts as full-time? Like, you just want to work and live off YouTube videos and rely on us giving you money? Does that not seem like that seems kind of suspect, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem a little off-kilter? And, if that's what people want to do, if they want to call it their full-time job, I'm not here to argue with that. What I am here to argue with are the people who are like, guys, I really want to travel to South Carolina because South Carolina is just, yes, this is something that we've read once. South Carolina is just a much better living condition. And if you guys can get my channel to this much money, I will be able to migrate to South Carolina permanently and move out of insert whatever state I'm currently living in. There are people who have in their milestones going on vacation. That's not, you can't make this stuff up, folks. There's people who will sit there and tell you, by the way, if we make it to $2,000 a month, I'll be able to go out and get a new laptop. Pause. Hold the phone. You're at $300 a month. So that means that 5 months you can get that $1,500 laptop. But at $2,000, you can go get the laptop? So at $2,000, you spend $2,000 to get your laptop or whatever PC build you want. What about next month? You gonna go out there and get another PC? Oh, so it was just a one-time donation to go get but you want it a month though. Yeah, that's not really how that works, because we're doing it concurrently for months. And if you want it per month, I'm assuming that means that you want it for at least 3 months, which means 90 days concurrently, in which we all decide to keep giving you that amount of money. It's like people don't think about what they word, but when you actually read what they word, it's stupid as all sin. It's the stupidest shit that you'll ever see. Hell, there's people out there that are willing to donate $100 a month, and that's if they got the money, if they balling like that, they rolling like that. By all means, donate, help whoever you want to help. I can't tell you how to spend your money, and I never will. But I will think it's a little suspect when someone says, if you donate $100 a month, I'll add your name to the right of my YouTube channel. The little channels for you little section. And then on top of that, I'll put your name in the credits. And let's just say this Febreze can is your name. This is how long it's on screen. You ready? Starting now. I bet you couldn't even tell what color it was. Some of you thought it was blue, some of you thought it was purple, some of you colorblind folks thought it was red. You didn't get a chance to read it. You're going to have to go in the video slider, scroll that bad boy all over, pause it. Hey, look, guys, my name, it's right there. Even though YouTube's motion was crappy, you may not be able to read it, but it's there. I mean, it shoots by faster than the credits on the Sci-Fi Channel, and that's freaking amazing. And so I think the Sci-Fi Channel might have the most unreadable credits in all of their sci-fi originals. I'm talking about when that thing is in fast forward, that thing is going faster than the Netflix 5x speed. It's nuts. But, $100 a month. But then they'll be very tactful and put in, yes, they have fine print, ladies and gentlemen, in their perks. You have to donate at this amount for at least 2 months to get these perks. Which means, you can't do 1 month, give me 100 and then pull out. You gotta give me 200 confirmed. You can't make this stuff up. This is stuff that people do. You had one case where someone wanted to actually say, you know what? I want to make 2 videos a week. But with your donations, that could be a reality. And they wanted $500 a month to make a second YouTube video a week. You're telling me that you don't give enough of shit about your fans that you claim that love so much, that you want to have them give you $500 so you can make a second video for them. A second one. By God. It takes $500 to make the content that you like twice a week. Baffling. Absolutely baffling. But hey, to each their own, I'm sure. And the last thing that I have to talk about, because this is one of the funniest things that I have seen in all of Patreon. There are people out there who want insert amount of money here per month. And you can't make this up. You can't. For those of you who've seen the Patrol on Patreon video that I'm about to talk about, we're going to go down the nostalgia train. There was a woman who said if you donate, I believe it was $2,000 to her YouTube channel, she was literally going to show up in a watermelon bikini. Now, not like a bikini with watermelon. I'm talking about she was going to cut melons out of a watermelon and make them hollow, string them together with shoelace on her breasts, and then cut the bottom part, the side part of the watermelon and use it as a thong, and then knock on your door and start jiggling and gyrating on your front porch and then give you a hug. And then she was going to treat you to dinner. You ain't treat me to dinner. I gave you $2,000. You ain't treat me to a goddamn thing. I basically flew you out here. You used that money to get here. You got an all-expense-paid vacation for free. You're getting this meal out of my pocket. Don't you try to bullshit me and tell me that you're treating me to shit. Because you're not. Yes, these are things that happen. If you want to see my Patrol on Patreon playlist, I'll put it in the video description. You guys can watch them. Now, this was back before my audio editing skills were good enough to where I could actually... So, some of the videos are going to be loud as fuck because of Skype. I'm sorry. It was on my old piece of garbage laptop. I apologize in advance for you. But if you donate, we can get those mic Oh, wait, no. I already raised the money myself and, bought the lap. Yeah, I forgot. People actually have jobs. I forgot. This is the world where people work. But regardless, this was the diagnosis. Patreon's a hell of a drug. Don't get addicted. People are nuts. And I know some people are going to say, well, what do you think about Twitch donations? Twitch is a one-time donation with no commitment. If you're like, you know what, I don't think he deserves the money, you can cancel it. If you want to give him the money, hey, that's fine. That's dandy. I mean, you gave him money. Whoop-de-doo. My job isn't to tell people how to spend their money. But when the people who are asking for the money and are making it a priority to ask for the money, even though they do nothing with the money to upgrade their channel, they just want the money from their fans, that's when it's like, hey, dude, you're already making ad revenue, so what the fuck are you doing? I'm talking to the content creators, not the people who are paying the money. Just in case people aren't clear on what I was doing. But on that note, you all have a good day and a better tomorrow, and I will see you when the fire's set. Oh my God, they want me to play Destiny again, don't they?